More protests are expected today over the Trump administration's attempt to deport a pro-Palestinian activist. Mahmoud Khalil is accused of anti-Semitic activity for his role in helping lead demonstrations at Columbia University last year. ICE agents took him into custody over the weekend, and a federal judge blocked his deportation, at least for now, with a court hearing set for tomorrow. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano joins me here in Studio 55. Good to see you. So he has a green card. What is the Trump administration saying about trying to revoke it?
Well, first, the Trump administration has said that they revoked his green card. I talked to attorneys, including one of his attorneys, who say that the DHS does not have the authority to do that, that there needs to be a process, that there needs to be a court hearing, and that's in part what's leading to this hearing tomorrow. His attorneys are also very concerned about the fact that he was moved from New York to Louisiana. I asked, what do you suspect that explains that? And they said that it happened immediately after he filed a petition for a release, given that he is a green card holder, given that he has not been charged or convicted with any crimes. And they feel like that might have been retaliatory or perhaps seeking a more friendly jurisdiction. So far, the Department of Homeland Security has talked about his activities, or called his activities, as aligned to Hamas, which, of course, is designed a terrorist organization. So what they're saying is his activities on campus. I have been trying to find, and there have been many publications of and videos of his activities, and I haven't, heard or seen, and I've asked people who protested with him, colleagues, any addresses to support Hamas or any kind of crime where they show that he's tied to Hamas. We're still waiting to hear from the government what exactly it is that they're alleging, because if it is just the act of protesting, what I've heard from multiple faculty members and students is that this was actually a person who wasn't leading the protest, but was actually a negotiator between the administration and the student protesters. And so it seems like his role was actually in trying to keep the peace, not inflaming the discourse.
So on one hand, the Constitution of the United States under the First Amendment protects freedom of speech, even for people who protest the government's actions. But in the past, there have been instances of cases that have gone to the Supreme Court where federal prosecutors have argued that people who are, for example, communists, or people who are anarchists and who are not American citizens, but who are here legally in the country, have been deported over those activities. But as you state, Lilia, they has to do, and this is what lawyers are going to have to figure out, are the actions of this individual actively supporting a terrorist organization as designated by the United States? If it turns out that it's just protesting, protesting Israeli actions in Gaza.
And as a green card holder, he has special protections, kind of like a U.S. citizen. You can't just revoke the green card. You have to prove a crime. And so, and it's interesting that you mentioned communism, because something I heard over and over from both students and faculty members is that this reeks of McCarthyism, that they're concerned that all of these actions are meant to persecute and to censor free speech.
All right. You're on top of the story. I know you're digging into it. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you.